Buried deep within the damp soil of Smith's Cove, an old cast-iron stove door surfaced, a relic from a time when Oak Island was a hotbed of relentless treasure hunters. The Oak Island team had been digging in search of elusive flood tunnels, but what they unearthed was something far more telling, a piece of history from the mid-1800s. The discovery occurred when metal detectorist Gary Drayton, always hopeful for a breakthrough, came across a large metallic object buried beneath the surface. At first it looked like a massive iron conglomerate encrusted with all kinds of mysterious material. Gary's instinct told him it might be related to a shipwreck, possibly a treasure that had been lost at sea and buried on the island. But when the team brought it to the lab, Emma Culligan ran tests that revealed a surprising truth. Using X-ray fluorescence, XRF, Emma pinpointed the date of the stove door to the mid-1800s, aligning with a time when Oak Island's fame as a treasure site was drawing treasure hunters from around the world. This wasn't just any random find. It was an artifact linked to the searchers who had come to Oak Island, digging, drilling, and desperately trying to uncover whatever secret lay buried below. But why was it there? Who used it? The stove door seems to suggest that the people working on the island weren't just amateur treasure hunters. They were likely living and working on Oak Island, perhaps trying to keep warm during long, bitter winters. Was this part of a temporary camp set up by the treasure-seeking crews of the 1800s? Or did it belong to someone else? The island was known for attracting treasure hunters, and this stove door may have been part of their efforts to survive the harsh conditions as they dug deeper and deeper into the island's mysteries. During the 1800s, many groups, including the Truro Company and the Oak Island Company, spent years searching for treasure rumored to be buried in the money pit. Some were funded by wealthy backers. Others were made up of local residents who believed the stories of riches hidden beneath the island. The cast-iron stove door could have been a simple but essential piece of equipment for those enduring the relentless search, used to heat their makeshift living quarters as they continued their excavation efforts. It could also be a clue that the treasure seekers weren't the only ones on the island. Perhaps they were living there too, surrounded by all the tools and makeshift buildings of a small industrious camp. The stove door wasn't the first of its kind found on Oak Island. In fact, earlier discoveries of cast-iron stove parts have raised suspicions about the island's industrial activity. One of the most significant finds came from Fred Nolan, who discovered a stove part under the canopy of Nolan's Cross. Another reminder that this island wasn't just a site of treasure hunts, but a place where people worked, built, and used the island's resources for survival. This could suggest that the island's history involves more than just treasure hunters. It might also have been home to those who sought to establish a small industrial operation, using the island's natural resources to make bricks, process hides, or even mine. The cast-iron stove door found at Smith's Cove now serves as another piece in the puzzle of Oak Island's past, a story that has evolved over time, fueled by treasure myths, but also grounded in real human activity. Perhaps it's time to reconsider the island's history, not just as a place of treasure, but as a place where people lived, worked, and built lives of their own long before the myths and legends began to swirl. The role of advanced technology. In recent discoveries, as the team continues, modern technology is proving invaluable in analyzing and understanding these discoveries. With cutting-edge tools at their disposal, the search for Oak Island's secrets is more precise than ever, bringing new insights to the island's enigmatic past. The search for Oak Island's legendary treasure has always been an exciting blend of mystery and speculation. But now, modern technology is changing the game in ways past treasure hunters could only dream of. Gone are the days when digging with simple tools and relying on gut instincts were the only methods. Today, high-tech equipment like ground-penetrating, radar, GPR, seismic scanning, and X-ray fluorescence, XRF, are transforming how the team uncovers the island's secrets. In an episode of The Curse of Oak Island, The Lagina brothers and their team continue their relentless pursuit of the elusive money pit, and technology is once again at the heart of their efforts. The episode kicks off with another ambitious drilling operation at Smith's Cove, where the team has already found significant clues. Last week, wooden beams dating back to the 1700s were discovered, and the team believes they could be pointing toward a flood tunnel. This time, they drilled deeper, hoping to uncover even more evidence of the legendary underground structure. Geologist Terry Matheson examines the core samples and finds sand, which could hint at a long-forgotten tunnel. It's a breakthrough that gets Marty Lagina excited. However, the samples don't provide definitive answers, and the team quickly switches to a different approach. Seismic scanning seems to hold the key for this operation. A team from Eagle, Canada arrived prepared to set off 18,000 dynamite charges, each one sending sound waves deep into the earth. These waves are captured and analyzed, mapping out possible underground anomalies, including tunnels and voids, down to a depth of 300 feet. Meanwhile, in the war room, naval historian Chip Reed sheds light on another piece of the puzzle. He believes that some of the structures found at Smith's Cove could be remnants of a military water battery, possibly linked to the Louisbourg treasure, a French treasure believed to have been hidden in Nova Scotia. Reed's insights add a new layer of intrigue, and the team now considers the possibility of French involvement in Oak Island's history, which they hadn't previously explored. As the team digs deeper into Lot 27, they also uncover more historical tools and artifacts, including a rusty iron chisel that could date back to the 1400s. Gary Drayton's metal detector finds it in an area where ancient rock drilling tools, or swages, were also discovered. Could these tools be linked to the original builders of Oak Island's mysterious structures? That's exactly what the team is starting to believe. The discovery of the chisel and swages, along with other hand-forged items, suggests that skilled workers were on the island centuries ago, long before the modern treasure hunts began. These weren't just rough implements either. They were sophisticated tools, implying a level of craftsmanship and purpose far beyond random settlers or pirates. Further analysis of these artifacts, combined with the geological data, points toward a long history of human activity on the island. This opens up new questions. Were these early visitors part of a secretive society with access to advanced engineering techniques? Could they have hidden something of immense value and designed the island system specifically to protect it? As speculation grows, the Oak Island team ramps up their efforts, focusing on newly identified anomalies from the seismic scans. These anomalies suggest the presence of vast underground chambers or possibly vaults beneath the island, locations that have never been explored due to the challenges of flooding and instability. To overcome these barriers, the team partners with advanced drilling and excavation crews, robotic probes, remote sensing equipment, and even AI-powered analysis tools come into play, allowing the searchers to map areas of interest with unprecedented accuracy. Every scan, every drill core, and every test brings them closer to the truth.